If you're visiting Tasmania and love seafood, a Tasmanian seafood seduction tour may be what you need. As it is not cheap, you want to make sure that it is seductive enough to do. Here is a quick summary and my honest opinion. Is it really that good? Watch it to the end and you will have an answer for yourself. The Tasmanian Seafood Seduction Tour is provided by a family-owned company, Pennycote Wilderness Journeys. It has operated since 1999 and earned multiple awards in sustainable tourism. They use custom-built, powerful, maneuverable yet luxurious vessels, allowing covering long distances in a short period of time. The boats operate on ultra-low emission and fuel-efficient engines, are equipped with a full kitchen, and have an onboard toilet. Tasmanian Seduction Cruise starts at the booking center on Franklin Wharf. It's a small group tour with a maximum of 12 people. In our case, there were 9 guests and 2 local tour guides, Luke and Blake. We met them on the pier and were welcomed to the boat. Right away, we started with a quick introduction and a safety briefing, followed by a glass of welcoming sparkling wine. Now we were going through the Franklin Wharf, leaving Hobart and all traces of civilization behind. We were cruising down the beautiful Derwent River and excited about our hopefully unforgettable day of relaxation and indulgence ahead. First, we stopped and checked out the Alum Cliffs, the ancient and magnificent sandstone and mudstone cliffs. From there, we were heading towards the sheltered waters of the Dentro-Castro Channel, towards the Bruny Island. Now we stopped to admire the gulch at the Tinderbox Marine Reserve. As the boat was so compact and maneuverable, we were able to get closer and admire its beauty from the inside. Now we headed towards the calm waters of Huon Island to begin our seafood seduction feast. Our guides started to set up the table while telling us about the Tasmanian landscape, ecosystem and habitats. Our first taste of the day was locally grown oysters.
Now, something you'll notice we do quite a lot of is actually rinse or cook our seafood in the salt water. Here you go. Let's see how we go.
I was pleasantly surprised by their unique, fresh and flavorful taste. They had a slightly fruity aroma and a mildly sweet taste with a small touch of salt. These freshly chucked Tasmanian oysters were served in different ways: raw, cooked, with lemon juice, with Tabasco, and even with sparkling wine. They all were delightful, but my favorite was just a plain raw oyster, as I wanted to enjoy its unaltered, supreme and succulent flavor. Needless to say, our exquisite seafood feast was accompanied by gourmet local Tasmanian wines, boutique beers, and locally made organic ciders and juices. And now we were introduced to the 3 southern rock lobsters, also known as crayfish.
To grab your clothes as well. So these are the southern rock lobster, everyone. These are the native species that we have here.
Tasmanian rock lobsters are unique and rare jewels out of the deep, dark, pristine and icy waters of Tasmania and are extremely sought after. I liked how our tour guides explained about the species and appreciated their humane and painless practice of putting them asleep.
It tends to stress the flesh out, putting them straight into boiling water. So what we're going to do is put them in fresh water for the next hour or so, and in about an hour, hour and a half time when we have our lunch, they're going to just have fallen asleep. And it's a nice way to do it. They're going to...
Don't drop it overboard now, okay?
No, she's going to get it if you drop it overboard.
That's right.
You'll be jumping in my wetsuit.
Now we approached Green Island, where we stopped for a while to admire Australian fur seals. We moved to another area. Luke started to get ready for snorkeling to harvest some wild abalone and sea urchins, while Blake started to set up another gourmet spread for us. It consisted of fresh local breads, salads, fruits, berries, artisan cheeses, hot and cold smoked salmon. It was very relaxing sitting there, enjoying the South Bruni National Park surroundings and watching these two fine young gentlemen creating a luxurious seafood seduction experience for
on the
us.
east coast of Tasmania. The cheddar's from King Island, and then the brie is from Broome Creek, so the Tasman Peninsula.
Luke was very nice and filmed a few videos of the underwater experience for me. Here are a few special moments. The waters in Tasmania are very cold and are not suitable for swimming. Also, these waters are pure and pristine, as the majority of local marine is under the government umbrella of protection, which helps to keep the local ecosystem clean, healthy, well populated and preserved. Now Luke was done with the snorkeling, and we were all excited to see what he had harvested for us. He measured the wild abalone and sea urchins to make sure that they complied with the government's strict regulations.
That's 143, so I know that if it touches both sides of that size.
And how old are they? How long does it take to grow?
It takes about 6 years to get to this size.
We learned about this fascinating species and had a chance to get close and personal.
That, when it's on the rock, and that's the bit that faces down and sucks to the rock, to the plate. And again, this is the freshest seafood in the world.
First, we started with the raw sea urchins.
Pretty related to starfish. That's why there's 5 on the inside there.
Is there salmon inside?
Yeah, so see those orange bits? That's what we eat.
I ate it before and was not too impressed. So this time I was interested in trying it once again. And I tell you, what a difference!
That's the best way to describe it, is that it's very sweet. Yeah, salty sweet.
The taste was slightly sweet with a touch of salt. The flavor was refreshing and surprisingly fruity, and the texture was heavenly soft. It was a true delicacy and a very special treat. Now, Blake and Luke presented us with premium quality local salmon. First, we enjoyed it in a sashimi style. It was the best salmon I have ever eaten. It had an outstanding freshness, supreme flavor, and delightful, smooth texture. The rest of the salmon was slightly cooked using butter. The taste was absolutely divine. Even though I loved them both, my favorite was sashimi, as I thoroughly enjoyed Tasmanian salmon's pure and unaltered taste.
So it is still a little bit raw in the middle, the salmon. It's only lightly cooked. So this is the best way to do it.
We were already very full, but it was time for our next degustation, wild abalone. Personally, I had never eaten it before and had no expectations. I liked that our tour was educational. We learned about the species we were about to consume, and it made our seafood experience extra special and meaningful.
It's the beautiful shell on the inside. So that's the footprint where the abalone was stuck to it. It's a really nice shell. It's the mother of pearl, so it's the same as what pearls are made out of.
Our first taste of abalone was sashimi style. The taste was interesting and very fresh. The rest of abalone was tenderized to break up the muscle.
Alright, stand back. That is it, everyone. All I'm going to do is a bit of lemon. That's your Tassie style abalone.
Out of 3 ways we ate abalone, I think that Tassie style was my favorite, as it was very tender and buttery. The rest of the abalone was cooked with vegetables and vegetable oil. It was very good.
Some chili, ginger, more oil. So this is a very different flavour, especially compared to the first abalone that we had. Abalone is really good at soaking up flavour. We don't use butter for this one because it tends to overpower the rest of the flavours. Yeah, very unique about consuming food.
Now it was the time for the centerpiece of our feast, Tasmanian rock lobster.
Just going to do the tail sashimi. Again, what's considered the nicest and the best part. Just going to dip it in there. Don't want it to cook. This is our sashimi tail. The other 2 we can cook. Now it's just starting to curl. That's I'll put it straight in the cold water and that'll stop it.
First, we enjoy the lobster tail sashimi style.
That is our sashimi lobster tail. The head we put in here, an exact replica of that. So that's actually the new tail about to come through, and this is the old tail. You've got the timer on, Blake's got a timer on for 8.5 minutes. No more, no less.
The rest of the lobster was cooked.
So that's the liver that I've just taken out there. Some people love the liver. It's very rich flavour. It's not for everyone.
I loved Tasmanian rock lobster. It had a sweet, rich flavor and medium firm flesh. Very moist and juicy. It was truly one of the most indulgent treats for our eyes and taste buds. Throughout the whole day, we explored Tasmania's spectacular landscapes and its unique wildlife. We enjoyed the supreme quality of local seafood at its absolute freshest, and we appreciated our knowledgeable and passionate local tour guides who made our Tasmanian seafood seduction tour extra special, memorable, and yes, very seductive. So what do you think? Was it good? If you have experienced something similar or even better, please share it in the comments below. And please like and subscribe so we can stay in touch and travel and explore together in my next video.